Okay, now I'd like to show you the note titles that I recommend that you have. So again, you're going to click on Tools, you're going to go to Options, and instead of clicking on Lists or Teams, which we did last time, we're going to click on Notes. Then we're going to click on Document Titles. So here you can see my most frequently used and the notes that I recommend that you have. So the most common note that you're going to use is a primary care progress note. This is how you're going to document both your in-person visits as well as your video visits. So I'm just going to remove this and I'm going to show you. So what you will do is you will type in primary care under that primary care progress note, and you'll click the Add button. It's going to automatically add it to the bottom. I recommend that you move it up to the top because it's going to be the most frequently used note. So to do that, you'll highlight it, and then you'll click the up arrow, and you'll bring it all the way up to the top. Okay, so that's the first note. The second one is primary care telephone note. So this is the note that you'll use when you're doing any type of telephone call, whether it's a scheduled appointment or sort of an impromptu call. The next is patient results letter, self-explanatory. This is the note that you'll be using whenever you send a letter about either labs or any type of um, imaging or other testing. I don't use this very often, but because there is a automatic option to save secure messages, or these are secure emails with patients, but every once in a while I will manually enter them. So I recommend having primary care secure message note there. One tickler, we'll talk about this in a little bit, but this is a note title. This is the note that you will use when you're preparing for clinic. The next is opioid slash controlled substance renewal note. This is the note that you're going to be using every month when you run the database for your patients who are on narcotics. And so you'll be running the database, making sure their urine is up to date and they have a contract. And this will document it within this note. Primary care case management. I use this as sort of a grab bag note title. Whenever I have any sort of, anytime I want to document something and it doesn't really fit exactly into, a progress note, a telephone, a letter, secure message, but it's important that I want it in the chart, I will save it as primary care case management. The next title is consult space dash primary care. This is the note title that you're going to use for to write the note for a patient who is new to the VA. The reason you'll use this note title is because it specifically links it to the consult and for workload credit. Life dash sustaining treatment. This is the VA's note title that documents sort of the patient's end of life preferences, including their code status, and saves it in a way where other people who come encounter with come in contact with the patient can easily find these preferences. Administrative slash no show. This is the note I use when patients no show. Non-VA documentation. So if you can scan records into the computer, but if you want to briefly summarize them, you can do that under non-VA medical documentation. And then the last one is state-authorized portable orders slash MOLST. So this is to document the MOLST or the Massachusetts out of hospital orders, including code status, and those are the note titles that I recommend that you have.